Check out the latest episode of Life in Chaos.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to Life in Chaos. Who are you?
Fidgeting.
And who are you?
Kelly.
And I'm Jennifer.
Oh, well, you guys suck. Because you're both doing the same thing.
Thank you for joining us today. And today we're just going to jump right in because, our jokes suck.
Because we haven't brought in your husband's
Joke
cards.
Yes, he has made that perfectly clear that he would like for me to start bringing in the scratch-offs. So when we're in the studio next.
Wait, scratch-offs? They scratch off?
They're scratch-offs.
Myself.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Yep, they're scratch-off. So I will bring them in the next time. And I don't know why he just didn't stick them in my bag. But anyways, I digress. We're going to talk about the work wife that's too comfortable. Work wife, work husband, whatever. People joke about it. They love to joke about it. Oh, that's my work wife. That's my work husband. You hear it all the time. People laugh about it. They
Sometimes
normalize
people dream about it.
That's just creepy.
What's up, miss? I had somebody who I worked very closely with who was like older than my dad.
It's like a work grandpa then.
But Elizabeth had a dream that we were having an affair and was mad at me for days.
And I remember. We're gonna bring that up. All right. They normalize it. They act like it's harmless. But today we're asking a different question. What does work spouse energy? That's not what that says. When does work spouse energy become too much? Because there's a line, and sometimes people cross it without even realizing it. Like Elizabeth having her own special dream that Kelly has a work husband that she's having an affair with. The reality of work relationships. You spend a lot of time with people at work, sometimes more than your own that you spend at home with your own spouse. So naturally, you build connections. You laugh together, you vent together, you understand each other's day to day. That's the normal, right? But when it starts to shift, it's not just about having a good work relationship. It's about how that relationship shows up outside of
5
work.
a.m. calls. Do you know where my keys are?
Who did that?
The same guy I had the dream about.
Oh, shit.
I didn't mean to say that so fiercely.
You did. When they're texting you all the time, when they're sharing personal things.
Oh, this was before text was a thing.
Woo! When you're constantly bringing them up or you feel more emotionally connected to them than your partner.
I don't think that was ever the case.
Mm.
I mean, I may have talked about him a lot because he was something.
He was pretty intense. Have you ever had a work spouse, Elizabeth?
Yes.
But not the one you married.
No. You were Tamsin's work spouse.
Yeah, I guess. But it never crossed,
No,
anything.
no, it was never anything.
She was like one of my best friends.
Yeah.
Okay. The subtle signs, the tricky part, it doesn't always look obvious. It's subtle. It looks like laughing a little harder with them, prioritizing their messages over others, defending them quickly if your partner feels uncomfortable, and downplaying the connection. From the outside, it's easy to say it's not that serious, but from the inside of a relationship, it can feel very different. I got to think back to if I have or had, and I'm sure I did, and my husband would probably be like, yeah, you did, some work spouses, but those never went outside of,
Yeah.
there's a line you don't cross.
This was a situation where, for me, it was all over stomping all over boundaries, but it was never in any way romantic.
Yeah.
And it was more that this person was completely and utterly reliant on me to get him through his day. He was higher up. And
Yeah.
I was not his executive assistant, but I worked closely with him on his projects.
He made you his personal assistant.
Pretty,
The
but he was really nice.
I mean, yeah, except for
He-
calling you at 5 a.m. to ask you where your skis are.
He was actually kind of the work grandpa,
Yeah.
quite frankly.
Okay. The part that gets overlooked. It's not always about physical boundaries, it's about emotional ones. Because emotional closeness, that's where things start. That's when attraction builds. That's where lines blur. And if you're not paying attention, you can find yourself in a space you didn't intentionally plan to be in. Oops, I didn't mean to fall in love with them. It just happened.
Mm.
Pretty sure that's a movie somewhere.
No, probably. Oh,
Kelly's
yeah.
like the look on Kelly's face is like, ew. Intent versus impact. You might not intend for anything to be inappropriate, but impact is where your partner feels. Is what your partner feels. And if your partner is saying something about this doesn't sit right with me, it's not something to dismiss, it's something to listen to. Because if Becky from accounting is making your spouse lunch every day or bringing, oh, I thought of you and brought this, or I don't know, what's another example? Um, Jeez.
Calls you from vacation
Or invites you on vacation, or, oh, we're going to go hang out here. Want to join? Like some things, some lines should never, ever be crossed. So I want you to ask yourself, if the roles were reversed, would I be comfortable with this? Would it feel harmless? Or would it feel like something or someone is crossing a line?
Aside from your subconscious, you
I said I'm sorry.
no. I mean, your subconscious is a real thing, and it matters.
You matter.
But in knowing that person and our relationship, did you ever feel like it was inappropriate, or just that he stomped all over boundaries?
Oh, yeah, there were no boundaries. I mean, he's a good dude. Nothing but respect to him.
Yeah.
But, like, the 5:30, where are my keys? How the F do I know? I mean, it's just, yeah.
Yeah. What healthy boundaries look like? Oh, that's something we need to dig into more. Healthy doesn't mean cutting people off. It means being aware. It looks like keeping certain conversations appropriate, not prioritizing outside connections over your partner, being mindful of emotional closeness, respecting how your relationship respecting how your relationship shows up to others, because boundaries aren't about restrictions, they're about protection. And I'm not talking about the condom kind. The role of communication. If something feels off in your relationship, ignoring it doesn't fix it. But talking about it does, as you did. Not with blame, not with defensiveness, but with honesty. You want to talk about this dream, Elizabeth? No? Okay. Because the goal isn't to control each other, it's to understand each other. So let's be mindful about putting that label of work life, work wife, work spouse onto people, because at the end of the day, your relationship that you choose to be in outside of work is the true relationship. Now, I know that we are with these people for 8 and 12 hours out of a day, but fake it for your 8. They're not you don't take them home. Please don't take them home. They're not stray dogs. Even though they may beg like one.
No, I mean, I think there's situations like and I think the situation matters. So if it's a situation where it's inappropriate and people don't feel comfortable, 100%. But if it's a situation like my BFF
Mhm.
was a work friend,
Yeah.
and we became chosen family. And so we do holidays together, and we do, you know, stuff
Mhm.
outside of work in our homes, etc.
Right.
But I don't think that's a bad thing, but I don't think she was ever my work wife either.
Mhm. Okay.
But I do think that it's situationally dependent.
Codependency, dependency? Oh, shit. Okay. That being said, there is a damn, what's going on?
You got a frog.
I got a frog in my throat. There is a Reddit, and I'm just gonna read it because I didn't read it before, but I'm reading it now. All right. Me, 25 female, and my boyfriend, 25 male, were having a nice night laying together, and he needed to ask his coworker a favor, so he calls her up. And she answers the phone with a very loud and comfortable, "Hey, husband, how are you?" I get up and walk away. We talk about it later, but the whole thing made me feel really disrespected. He chalks it up to a silly term of endearment that means nothing. We've been together almost 4 years, and I actually asked him to do better or to do a better job enforcing boundaries with this person in the past. Thoughts? Is this worth being upset over? Edit. I would feel differently if this wasn't the same person who has created a huge issue in our relationship before. Even if it was meant as a joke, the history makes it unfunny and disrespectful. They are also close friends outside of work. Also, we've talked about how I feel afterwards, and he said it's silly and I'm overreacting. So now here I am on Reddit to read the lay of the land.
Okay, before you added the second part, I
Yeah.
was going to say, okay, well, let's, is it because it's a male female that it's like this? But then you said she had caused issues in the relationship. So that drastically changes.
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. True story. You've been together 4 years. Like, my question is, like, what part of that?
Well, what else is he completely disrespecting of your boundaries?
True, right? Because she's asked you before to stop using that term or to put those boundaries in place or whatever the case is, and you choose not to do it. You like it. You like the confrontation. You like feeling her jealousy. That's toxicity. Toxicity. That ain't right. That's a red flag. Raise it high. Anyways, anything else?
I think she should walk away. I think he's not going to respect her, period. And
I'd really like to know what the issue that she caused was.
I do so.
Like what? Like how?
I mean, if they hang out outside of work,
Where did our child just go?
I'm pretty sure that they are, they've probably done something inappropriate in the past. All right. Well, it was a short one, and we're good with that. Set boundaries.
I'm a short one.
This was Elizabeth size. Woo!
Why do you sound like Mickey Mouse? What are you trying to say? I have big ears?
No. What? All right. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Life in Chaos. Check out our Instagram at Life in Chaos Podcast or email us at lifeinchaospodcast@gmail.com.